Dad to Bureaucrat episode 7. This is what it's all about. This was a hilarious episode. We're going to jump into a clip here in 1 second. But one thing I wanted to say is, as I was watching this episode, I had one thought, and I wanted to put it out right at the beginning of the video. The actions that Grace does, 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭, aka Grace, that he does within the game, right? Like when swapping the dragon from fire to water, those are all initiated or indicated to the player, which is 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭's daughter and the wife. And they choose on the controller to do the move or not do the move. Same thing with the conversation that's happening where Anna needs to go on a little bit of a diet. That was initiated because 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭's daughter went in the game and replayed or went and skipped to a specific moment. And if you don't know this, in VN games, in visual novel games, you can tend to bounce around different conversations. You get like this big tree. Not every game is like that. Some aren't. Some are very linear. But some you can bounce around or bounce back to, which if you play like on PlayStation or Steam, it can make it very worthy or not worthy. It can make it very fun if you are like trophy hunting or achievement hunting. There's been a few platinums I've gotten on the PlayStation through certain VN games, or I've chosen to play VN games on the PlayStation as opposed to like my Switch or even like my Steam Deck, because I'll play on Steam Deck. Or really, I like platinum trophies. Like out of all of them, out of the achievements, the Steam trophies or Steam achievements, the Xbox, like Nintendo doesn't have any. I choose PlayStation because I like the platinum. Anyway, there's been a few games there where have had visual novel games where I've chosen to, instead of playing on my PC or Steam Deck or whatever, I'll play on PlayStation because of the trophy. Anyways, I'm getting long-winded here. I just want to say, like, my question is if she decides to stop playing the game, does Ken's or Grace's life continue? Because before she picked up the controller, he had a whole experience until she found out, like, oh, Dad's in the game. So if she stops playing at this point, turns it off, whatever, does it just keep going? Or is it because now she's a player, does the game now require input for the timeline to keep moving forward? And then that led me into another question, which was, or not question, I guess another anecdote, which is well, first off, I still think that the show would have been better if Ken just got stuck in the game. But I did find it hilarious because they're like, oh, you know, Dad has the charm. He has the Mademoiselle vibes and energy now. If he comes back to his own body, is he still going to have those, basically, is he still going to have those very female characteristics? Is he still going to be very, like, flamboyant and, like, you know, like, is he going to just start carrying a fan and feathering himself everywhere? That's a funny thing to think about. But I still think the anime would have been better if he just truly got stuck, because I would have loved to have seen him see what happens after the main plot of the game. Give us like a little, like the last episode, give us a little showing of what his potential life could be. Like, oh, you actually do have to go marry the prince now, or you actually do have to find a suitor, or you're not getting back to your world. Like, maybe you gotta pop out a kid and have him deal with that internal turmoil of having to be like, oh crap, I guess I am a girl, you know? Or maybe he tries to woo Anna and convince Dad, like, you know, this is my way of life. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been hilarious. And I would have just really, really loved to have seen that. Now, okay. I want to skip to this one portion of the anime that I was just dying of laughter with, where it is Anna and Grace, and they're in the dining hall, and they're talking about Anna gaining weight. And she has a moment where she's talking to Grace, and Grace is like, oh, but I love watching you eat. And it was just such a really funny moment. She's like, I'll keep a balanced diet, don't worry about it. And then Grace's like, I'm a little sad though. She's like, I was so fond of seeing whenever you ate food. And then Anna breaks down, she's like, and she was like, oh, look at, she's like, she's like, I'll eat as much as you want me to. I'll eat as much as you want me to. She said, screw it. screw it. God, so effing funny. So effing funny. That was definitely one of my favorite moments of the episode for sure. She was just like, screw it. I'll eat as much as you want me to. I'll make you happy. Also, at the end of the episode, too, I really like, you know, after everything was all said and done, I like how it was like, oh, Ken finally caught on to the little blinks of pink. And he was like, oh, he now understands that those blinks mean that his affection level, the morality system is growing. He's getting additional plus points with the different characters. Last thing I'll say is I really love the way that Grace, a.k.a. 𝐜𝐴_𝐧𝐬𝐭, handled her dad, got closer to her dad this episode, was able to see from his shoes, was able to change a really silly gift into something really cool for her dad, and then was able to play tops with her dad as well too. I thought that was a really cool moment, along with complimenting that, like, hey, I love you for you. I don't care. You're super accomplished. I'm extremely proud of you, Dad. I thought that was such a really cool moment because I think as a father, you know, if your kid ever says like they are proud of you in any way, shape, way, or form, that feels really, really good. Like that is a core memory. So yeah, what an episode. I love this show. Again, not every episode is created equal, but this has had more great episodes, or, you know, good to great episodes versus any like just okay to bad ones. So yeah, episode 7, goated, love it. One of the best episodes of the season. I'll see you guys next week though for episode number 8, and hopefully it continues that gravy train moving forward. Let me know anything I missed in the comments below, and what was your favorite moment. See you next week.